Good evening, welcome to the April 22nd, 2014 Board of Selectmen meeting. We have kind of an interesting agenda. We're going to add one thing to the agenda if you have it in front of you. Following Selectmen comment, we're going to add an agenda item for approval of warrant articles, 2 warrant articles. In the meantime, under new business, we're going to start with an executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session under Title I, MRSA subsection 405-16 to consult with town attorney and town planner regarding a legal matter.
Second.
All in favor? We are in executive session. Favor? Okay, we'll now move on. Consideration of abatement is submitted by contract assessor Kurt LaBelle. Kurt? Yeah.
Hello, you have one tax abatement for your consideration, tax map 66, lot 6. I don't really have anything more to add to what's in the written material. I just wanted to be here in case you had any questions about the application itself.
Anybody have any questions? No?
I make a motion that we not approve the abatement request for Lapco LLC.
Second.
Do you have a second?
I did.
Second. All in favor? There you go. Thanks, Kurt. C, consideration of setting public hearing for Community Park IRT project. Tentative date listed here at May 22nd at 7 p.m. Mike?
Thank you, Sam. As part of our budget process, we are sending to the voters a question about a bond issue for community park and recreational fields. This is part of the IRT program, or the readiness program by our National Guard, and this is a public hearing that we've asked for. There is no vote. I mean, I call it a public hearing, but it's not to change ordinance. It's really an informational public hearing.
Right.
To have a presentation on where the fields would be, where the 19 acres would be carved out approximately of the 89 acres we own, and have an opportunity for question and answers from the public prior to the town meeting. In talking with Danielle and with others involved in getting this ready, we did reserve a date of May 22nd, 7 p.m., and the location would be somewhere at JMS. I think we would make sure that it was available to be a bigger space than this. Whether it would be the cafeteria or the gym would be up to those folks to figure that out as we go forward. So that's why I asked Sam for this to be put on, so that this board could set that date of May 27th at 7 p.m.
22nd you have on here.
I'm sorry, May 22nd at 7 p.m. as opposed to May 27th.
How does that date go with everybody? You're okay with it?
What time?
7 p.m. And we'll set a place over there, either the gym or the cafeteria, one of those places.
So I would officially make a motion to approve a public hearing for the Raymond Community Park IRT project for May 22nd at 7 p.m.
Mr. Chairman, comment? Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Public comment is coming up.
No, he can speak on this.
Yeah, you can speak, yeah, okay.
I tried getting him before the motion. Charles Levitt, East Raymond. The only thing I would add as a clarifier is that this IRT project is going to this public hearing on May 22nd. The voters, it would be far more important for them to attend the town meeting on June the 3rd. Because when we say we're taking this project to the voters, the clarifier is it's only going before the town meeting and not to the ballot box on June the 10th. So therefore, if people are very busy and a lot of these meetings are time consuming for them, they should probably just plan to attend the June 3rd town meeting and vote no against this project. It's ill-conceived, ill-advised, has not been brought forward in a way that has been transparent and truthful to the voters. So since the voters aren't being able to, all of the voters in town able to come forward on June 10th and take part in this discussion, then I would suggest they just bypass May 22nd, watch it on TV, and then make sure they come and vote against it on June 3rd. Thank you. I don't need any comments.
Yes?
Dana Desjardins, 64 River Road. I just got news this week that Joyce Charette's property on Mill Street is for sale. Lonnie, you're well aware of that property. There's 19 acres there. In my opinion, it's hard to me to give up on Mill Street. Mill Street has potential. It needs fill. You and I both know that. We were out there with P&K when we looked at it. There's 19 acres there. Plenty of room for tennis courts. Joyce used to let Raymond Rec use her tennis court for Raymond Rec when she lived there. The land is non-buildable because of drainage issues and septic and stuff. To me, it makes more sense to have something down on Main Street, Mill Street, because of security. I mean, the cops are always down there. There's always somebody down there. It's visual. There's always, an existence there of public safety. The infrastructure is there. We have 2 existing fields. To make that place viable for tennis courts would be a lot cheaper, and the land is cheap because it's what we spent on studies on Egypt Road. Probably could have bought the land. Like I said, the land is non-buildable. You can't build a house on it. It's an option. It's something that I think we really have to look into because we can get everything in one location. I'm not in favor of the other location because it's just out of the way. And I know the terrain there. I've hunted there, and it's horrible. But yeah, we own the land, but how much money do we really want to spend on that land? Mill Street is flat. All we have to do is clear the area up and build it up, get some drainage in there, and like I said, Lonnie, you and I met there, and with P&K, and we've seen that, and we know what the possibilities are. The poles are there for the lights. Let's not give up on Mill Street, and that area's got 19 acres right now available to us, and I think if we look at it in a positive way, we could buy that property for a real good price instead of putting money on other little projects and stuff. But I'll let you guys figure that out. But that's my nickel's worth tonight. That land is for sale, 19 acres, and it's flat. And I know the area very well. And the only thing it can do over there are fields and tennis courts. Nothing else. You can't build a house there, so, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Consideration of quitclaim deed submitted by tax collector Sue Carr for Terry Lee and John A. Peterson, F3.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman, you didn't have, you have a motion and a second on the floor
We voted.
We voted,
already before the comment?
Yes.
yes. We voted, and then you spoke because I didn't know you wanted to speak. I
No,
didn't,
know you had voted after.
but we voted already before you,
That was unanimous.
yeah.
Make a
Quitclaim
motion to
deed.
approve the quitclaim deed, map 78, lot 03, as presented.
That's the one, yep.
Second.
Comment? All in favor? Done. Next, approval and signing of 2014 annual town meeting warrant. Board of Selectmen, that's us. We'll be considering and approving the final warrant for this year, annual town meeting. The Selectmen have already approved the budget and have made recommendations on their April 8th, 2014 and April 17th meetings. These recommendations articles were reviewed by the Budget Finance Committee when they made their recommendations at their April 17th meeting. Comments?
Make a motion to approve the annual town meeting warrant.
Second.
Comment? All in favor? Done. Now, public comment. Here's your pen. I didn't bring it. Yes,
Good evening, Charles Levitt, East Raymond. Let's hope we can go the next 3 minutes without anyone breaking the rules or having a hissy fit. My concern and issue for future consideration by the board deals with the lack of trust I and others have with Raymond's recent budget process. Time and again, citizens ask legitimate questions of this board and the Budget Finance Committee and the town manager, only to be ignored, deceived, and/or dismissed as if hiding the truth from the public would guarantee success for this overwhelmingly irresponsible proposal. Question 15-16 fiscal year, when the public believed we would start paying this principal in 2014-15. Why have we gone back to the gimmick of utilizing the undesignated fund balance, our savings account, to the tune of $425,000 plus after we front-loaded fire and public works CIP last year by nearly $750,000? Staying with bonding and fund balance, why do we keep saying that the safe level is $1.6 million when the auditor's recommended undesignated fund balance figure is $2.1 million? After saying we're going to stay with the spirit of LD1 compliance, why have we gone spend happy and requesting a significant increase in our first override request in 7 years? Why are we spending $20,000 on a community survey next year when we are doubling our debt and spending down savings now on questionable projects? And if we really wanted the greatest citizen input, why did the Board of Selectmen decide to have the bond vote at the town meeting rather than at the polls a week later? Cell phone towers went to the polls. The last bond went to the polls. Even roosters went to the polls, but not $2.3 million in new spending. It appears as though we're afraid of the Raymond voters, and we should be. The best and easiest way for the board to respond is to withdraw this entire budget at its next meeting. Anything less should make it simple for Raymond voters to turn out on June 3rd and reject this entire proposal or suffer major future tax increases.
any other public comment? You're the only other public member. Selectmen comment? I'll start with Mike. Yes, Mike.
Just because I'm further away.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
And you're
that way.
older.
I'm older, I'm definitely
Respect-
older.
Respecting his.
Well, I'm old, so it took me
Remember
a
Jo-
long time to get my hand up. I want to say
Joe
something
beat
too.
on that one.
So, I have a note here from the library. I wanted to let folks know of a couple things coming up with the Raymond Village Library. I'll start with saying that we've added up our volunteer hours, and last year, we've documented over 1,500 volunteer hours at the library. This year, we're on track to hit about 2,000 volunteer hours. So things are busy. I mean, we heard about that a little bit during the budget process, but Sally did forward this to me to try to put that into perspective a little bit more. The annual plant sale is coming up on June 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. You can bring your plants for the sale during that time, June 6th from 4 to 6. And the plant sale will be the next day, June 7th, from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the library. There's also a new fundraiser called Get Caught Reading. And it's a photo contest, and you can get all the results out on at the Raymond website, the library website. But submittals must be made before May 12th, so you got to get cracking if you want a chance to win that photo contest. We are currently looking for folks interested in both volunteering and having gardens for the garden tour, which will take place in 2015. All eligible gardens will be visited this June, with choices made by the end of July for inclusion in next year's garden tour. You can contact the library for more information on that. And also I have advance notice to the Raymond Village Bazaar, which is a craft show which will be held Saturday, June 21st at the Raymond Village Library from 10 to 3. Currently have some artists and craftsmen scheduled for that. There is room for more. There'll be a white elephant sale. So again, if you're interested in finding out more about the bazaar, you can go to the Raymond Village Library website. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Can I go next? I have a letter I want to read that I received just a couple of days ago from Eric Tarbox, a Scout executive. The subject is Camp Hines. Greetings. We are puzzled by remarks made by Dana Desjardins at the recent Town of Raymond Budget Committee meeting about Don Willard and the Pine Tree Council. 18 months ago, Don Willard and I met and began building a helpful and communicative relationship. Our teamwork, with the help of many, led to the Innovative Readiness Training, or IRT as we know it, partnership with Raymond and Boy Scouts, acres of sensitive land going into conservative easement, cleanup/beautification efforts of BSA property on Plains Road, and more. Among our conversations, he asked if Pine Tree Council would periodically help service River Road, to which we agreed. On 2 occasions this past winter, Dana Desjardins requested help from Pine Tree Council to use BSA heavy equipment and operators to push back snowbanks at River Road, to which we agreed to do as a good turn. Then, Dana Desjardins asked if he could store extra snow from plowing on our River Road private property, which we also agreed to as a good turn. Therefore, it is strange and troubling to hear that in Dana's mind, this and many other Camp Hines good turns never happened. Allow me to further state how much we appreciate the teamwork, honesty, and strong character of Don Willard. His servant leadership is resulting in tens of millions of dollars of pro bono construction work for Raymond and Camp Hines that will measurably improve the public quality of life and economic impact. Thank you to me for your help and leadership to support us and Don as we move forward. Let us know what we can do to support you and Don. Thank you, Eric Terbox.
Well, I also would like to read a letter that we received a few days ago, and it reads, I want to write a letter now that Raymond Shopping Center and professional building located at 1288 Roosevelt Trail are both substantially completed. As you are aware, both buildings were old and run down. Each building made for a unique challenge in renovating in order to given them an appearance that fits well on Route 302 Business District. Our business district in Raymond is small, therefore it is important our business present themselves to residents and visitors in a professional, clean, and inviting way. I believe both of these properties are a positive step in forwarding to achieve that goal. We are in the midst of a positive momentum in the efforts to improve our business district. Other projects that certainly add to our goal are the new Chipman Farms building and 2 properties done by Michael Meyer. There is still much to be done in our business district to create the image that we all want. There are still several older rundown buildings in need of a facelift. I hope the revitalization of Raymond Shopping Center and 1288 Roosevelt Trail helps other building owners to envision improvements to their own buildings. As we proceed forward, I believe the town of Raymond would benefit greatly by creating an economic development position. This person could help identify needs and services that could then be attracted to our business district. For those business owners with buildings in need of a facelift located on Route 302, perhaps in the near future, incentives such as a TIF could be made available as an incentive for them to improve their property to help us reach the image we are looking for in our business district. Lastly, I would like to thank the Board of Selectmen and other town government officials for all their support I was given to help make these 2 projects a reality. My sincere thanks to Chairman Gifford and the Board of Selectmen for the early on meetings that allowed me to share my vision for the revitalization of the Raymond Shopping Center and your input and guidance to help maintain and protect the character of Raymond that this board strives for. I appreciate the position and outlook Chairman Gifford has for the town of Raymond. I have now served with him for just a year on the Raymond Revitalization Committee, and he has shown great commitment to help promote and build our business district, yet he strives to make sure whatever progress is made would have no negative effect on our environment and quality of life that we will love here in Raymond. Thanks so much to all members of the Planning Board and Appeals Board. I do understand that unanimous support can always happen, but I am certainly grateful for the majority of support I received and applaud them for their commitment to their respective boards. Danielle Loring, simply put, she is excellent in every way. Thanks, Danielle, for your support. Thanks so much to Town Manager Don Willard. I believe Don is a great visionary during these times I have met with him. I have found that he is unwavering in his commitment to make Raymond a great town at every level. Thanks for your commitment, Don. My sincere thanks to Code Enforcement Officer Chris Hansen, while in every way looking out to make sure that the town ordinances were held up. He worked with me through the various challenges I faced in the revitalization of the projects, and there certainly were many. It has been on my mind to write a letter for a while to share my sincere appreciation and to say that this is the finest town government this town has had for a long time as I can remember. Having lived here since 1962, I have seen this town on a roller coaster. I believe this town government is a great asset, and as a citizen of the town, I feel confident to say we are in good hands, and I thank each of you for the unwavering commitment that you all give to this town. Sincerely, Kevin P. Gagnon.
I just want to add that the letter was written to me, but I asked the vice chair to read it, but it was unsolicited totally. So that is, I want to make that quite clear. Yes, Joe?
Under the selectman comment, I think it's nice to finally have some positive news that is coming out of this board. Too often, people who are watching these meetings or reading about them have this negative image of what's going on in this town, and this is proof positive that I think we're moving in the right direction as a town, and And we're gonna continue to try and stay as positive as we can, even under a lot of derision that we receive from people. So, but, I'm happy to hear the stuff, so.
Absolutely, him as
It's a
well.
good message.
Yes, it
Sure
is.
is.
And yes, we will. I just want to see if anybody else wants to
I
speak.
just wanted to thank Kevin for writing this and putting in the work that he has. I know he's prospered from it, but still, on the other hand, he's brought a lot of class.
Well,
And that is.
When he came
truly-
here, there's no doubt about it, he rolled the dice.
Right, right.
And it's worked out for him. That's great.
Absolutely.
Any other selectmen comment? Now, this is another thing that's not on the agenda, but we usually have, and we're going to have town manager report.
Okay, we have a few announcements. Nomination papers are due Friday, April 25th at 4 p.m. Town scholarships due Wednesday, April 30th at 4 p.m. You can see the website for details. We do have a tentative date now for candidates night. This will be sponsored by the Lions Club, and right now it's looking like Monday, May 5th at 7 p.m. here at the Digital Broadcast Studio. Absentee voting starts Friday, May 9th. See the website or contact the town clerk for details. The Revitalization Committee is preparing the third edition of the Welcome to Raymond brochure. See the website for details on that. Town staff is working to update the business section of the website. If you're interested in having your information updated or added, see the website for submission form or contact Danielle for details. Chief Tupper is here, so if necessary, he can speak to this, but I guess I'll give you the quick story, and that is our 160,000-mile Ford Expedition we hoped would make it until replacement isn't going to make it, not being able to emerge from his garage this morning, and with some cajoling made it to public safety, but I guess that's the end of the road for this 160,000-mile vehicle. He has switched to the town default go-to utility vehicle. It's proved to be probably the best purchase we've ever made, the Suburban. That'll fill in until the new vehicle arrives. I want to encourage people to come to the public hearing on May 22nd that we've set for the recreational fields. This is not required by the town, but we're doing it because it's the proper thing to do, the right thing to do to get as much information out. I would encourage people to come, learn about the project, and then come to town meeting and vote as you will after you know about the project. I think that the opportunity to become informed about this significant opportunity is very valuable. We'll have our engineer there. We'll have schematics, concepts, diagrams. It'll be a great opportunity to learn about the project and come to town meeting informed to vote.
Thank you. Now, we still have 2 warrant articles, do we?
I'd like to make a motion to accept payroll expense summary dated 4/22/2014 for the amount of $44,580.85.
Second.
Comment? All in favor?
Also would like to make a motion to accept treasurer's warrant dated 4/22/2014 for the amount of $151,082.80.
Second.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Done.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
One additional thing that I forgot. In case there was any doubt about the IRT, folks want to go down to Plains Road. There's a substantial amount of military equipment there now. There's a whole bunch more arriving tomorrow. I think if you see the camp manager, Mr. Martin, I'm sure he could drive down in and take a look. But there is a major mobilization taking place at Camp Hines, and so the Army Reserve is moving in, folks.
Yeah, good for us on that. Yes?
I have a question. On the warrant, it says town meeting warrant. Was that also including our election? That was supposed to have been on the agenda.
Wasn't that the whole town meeting warrant has
I want to be sure that that's
Article
what you're
1 and
referring
2,
to.
aren't they?
Yeah.
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 It's the whole.
Yeah, motion adjourned.
Yep. Second.
All in favor?